What's going on, everybody? Doing an episode on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And we're going to do one tomorrow, too. Make sure you check in on that, too. We're talking
Yep.
about some real stuff tonight, real
Uh-oh.
topics tonight. Uh, Emotional intelligence, dealing with people and dealing with yourself. Really, the most part is dealing with yourself in these
Mm.
situations, you know what I'm saying? Being able to understand about yourself. So we're gonna talk about some topics on that. And let us know in the comments, man. What kind of topics would you like to hear us talk about? Because we not trying to do all this, clickbaity stuff. We talking about stuff regular people deal with every day. No, we're not celebrities, you know what I'm saying? We ain't, billionaires or millionaires. We talking about regular people, regular jobs, regular life stuff. We both married, been married for years. Shout out to our wives.
Yeah. Welcome
Shout
to
out to
Death
our wives.
Row. Welcome.
Yeah, shout out to them. We get right into it, man. Before we get into it, though, REM Lawn Service. Make sure you hit them up on Facebook,
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
He doing leaves this season. It's the season of leaves now.
Man.
Make sure y'all hit him up
No.
and
Yeah.
be ready for the spring, man. It
Cause
seems like now, man, you do leaves now. It seems like
well,
this. Well, you gotta wait till that wind stop blowing, cause it seems like you get
mhm,
them done and then come home and
mhm.
it's right back right where you left off.
Man. Yeah.
Man, it's crazy out there right now,
Yeah.
man.
Don't get 1,000 leaves in the yard and think I'm gonna
Man,
do
I
it.
bag. I just did my front yard a little
Man.
bit of it and bagged it up, and it's right back. It leads right back in the
Man.
yard, man. It's crazy.
For
It
real.
look good for a couple days though.
That's
It's
it.
just
That's it.
that's it.
That's another day.
A couple days. But y'all make sure y'all check them out, man. Now let's get into the show. So emotional intelligence, dealing with people and yourself, concepts. These are just concepts we talking about. Just dealing with emotional intelligence and just understanding, like dealing with other people. Because sometimes you see stuff online.
hmm
Or let me see. I can see a screenshot. Let me find it real quick. Um, kind of warm us up a little bit. I seen this screenshot on one of my homeboys' post. Shout out to my boy Amos, man.
Uh,
Famous Amos.
which one? Which
His
one?
name Amos Bryant. He played basketball at Philander. He from
Uh,
Helena. Yeah,
uh,
shout out to Amos, man.
uh,
He want to do sports, man. He's just trying to get our schedules to line up. It's been pretty tough, but we gonna
uh,
get that though. It was somebody named Martina Sellers post. Nobody apologized for how they treated me. They just blamed me for how I reacted.
my
When
boy.
people when people say stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? That emotional intelligence, I would say sometimes people are going to, if you can go through life and people not treat you bad, it's almost impossible to not experience that, right?
hmm
If it is, I don't know. I ain't never known nobody that never went through life and not not get treated how they didn't want to get treated. It's almost impossible. How impossible is it to not offend somebody even when you're not trying to? You actually saying something with the best intentions and you still offend somebody.
Right, right.
You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
yeah, you got to take your emotions up out of everything, man.
Yeah.
Cause
It's always business, never personal.
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was crazy at first, but
Yeah.
then real life hits you and you see how like no, it's a cutthroat business out here. Like,
And then here's the thing, right? Reason why I say about emotional intelligence. When you every time you react,
hmm
you really don't know what the outcome could be.
hmm
You really don't. Sometimes you'll react and you throw a tantrum, okay. But what if you react, you throw a tantrum, and you injure somebody?
hmm
How many times have we saw that growing up in the inner city? A
too,
lot.
too many.
And when you come down off that reaction of anger, now you in court fighting for your freedom.
hmm
That's why it's not worth it. And people say, "Oh, that's extreme, man. It happened. It's dudes in jail right now for a 5 minute reaction. It cost them 30 years in prison." You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Easy, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. And that's why we telling you gotta have emotional intelligence. Even dealing with yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes we all make mistakes. We done did some stuff we don't want to talk about. But you have to forgive yourself sometimes. It's just how it works.
Yeah. That's my number one phrase. Is like the biggest check is a reality check. You got to check
Yeah.
yourself, man.
100. Yeah.
Check your emotions at the door, because
Yeah.
you know, and you like you got to be intelligent with it too. So it all plays hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like, but
Because there are some people you're going to deal with, they are not emotional intelligent or they don't care about how they treat you. And you still have to be able to deal with them from a place of positivity, even though they're coming at you negative. Because it's not worth it to meet negative with negative all the time. You can mess around and it can cause something that you legally got to defend now. You know what I'm saying? It may feel right. You may feel like you're doing the right thing, but in court, it's not the same as street law. It's just not.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Lawyers don't defend you in street law. They defend you in the law, like law,
yeah.
constitutional law.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So,
hmm
but yeah, we're gonna go to the next topic, right into it, man. Get into it. Say perception. This is the concept I want to get you to understand. When people say, somebody, some people care about perception, like what people think about them, right? And
Yeah.
this is my concept. How can a person have a good perception without the proper knowledge of who you are and what you got going on? You know what I'm saying? Um,
hmm
People say things. People like, oh, because they drive this car, they don't have no money or whatever. You don't know that person's situation. You know what I'm saying?
What they did
So
to get
there are people that got money and millionaires and they drive a Honda Accord. They could care less about driving a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? They really could.
it.
And sometimes it's hard. People don't realize like it's hard to perceive something when you really don't understand what you're perceiving. Like even when you're driving, some people are not good at perceiving distance. You know what I'm saying? So instead of turning into a lane where cars are driving by, they wait till no cars are coming at all because they don't have that depth of perception. Same way in life. Some people don't have their perception to understand when a person's going through something. Maybe you need to give them space and pray
Mhm.
for them instead of jumping down their back. Because I tell people I would never jump on somebody's back. I would just tell you, man. Sometimes you got to put in that work to get out the
Mhm.
woods. You got to
Mhm.
put in that work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's an individual thing. Like I can't make you do it. I can only give you the insight and the information, but I can't make you do it. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
understand that. Like I can lead a horse to water, but I cannot make it drink. When you
Mhm.
can understand that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to make perception. You got to make decisions and judge. That's why I understand people saying don't judge. Some judgments you got to make in life because it's not worth. Some people you can bring into your life and they can destroy everything around you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um,
Right.
you
And
think
you know
about. Go ahead.
and you
Yeah.
know it, and you just try to look over and be like, no,
No, like say growing up in the hood, like with your homeboy, you said you got in the car with him. Would have never known this dude was,
uh,
then beat up somebody. He on the run, going to high speed chase.
man.
Now that makes you look at people different.
Mhm.
It will. When somebody else asks you to get in the car, wait a minute, who just asked me to get in the car? This Mike. I don't know,
Do I know
man.
him,
My
man?
daughter, Mike kind of sketchy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And then,
man.
and I can't blame you. Can't blame somebody for that because your freedom is more important. Your peace is more important. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Like,
it happens. You know how some people that got in the car with somebody got a bird in the trunk and they didn't tell you
yeah.
nothing. Before you get in the car, I gotta let you know I got a bird in the trunk. They ain't gonna
Yeah.
tell you that. You just hop in the car.
But like I say, some people will say, "Hey, man,
And that's
I'm,
respectable. Then you can
yeah,
make a choice. Then you can make a choice. If somebody tell you I got a bird in the car and then you get in the car, whatever happens then, you gotta be like, oh well he did tell me I got a bird in the car, I gotta take what come with it.
I gotta
But
take what coming."
but some people won't do that though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They'll still flip out. Man, he had me running around a bird in the car. He told you he had a bird in the car. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But
Even if he didn't, you got to still be able to make that judgment call. I know he said dope.
yeah,
It's a possibility he can have a bird in the car. Maybe I don't need to get in the car with him. You know what I'm saying?
two. Yeah, a bird in the car, two straps, and
yeah,
you just be like, "Hey,
yeah,
man, I just need to ride to the corner store."
yeah. You got to be able to
Man,
perceive that kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you only get that kind of perception from like experiences growing up in the inner
Yeah.
city. You know what I'm saying? You don't be naive. You start out naive, but as you keep growing in life, you start to gain that insight and knowledge on what to deal with, what not to deal with, what kind of women to deal with, what can women to not deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's part of the growth of what you call it. Some people call it, your instincts kick in, or and
Yeah.
it could just be the Holy Spirit
Discernment. You
talking
could
to
be instincts,
you.
discernment,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All this stuff. But also, like, when you speak about like how the perception of it, how people perceive,
Yeah.
it's like people, a lot of people was kicked down for the longest, so they want to show, they want to show like, yeah, I got it now,
Yeah.
not
They
knowing,
overly proud. Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
For
not
sure.
knowing that none of this stuff really matters.
It don't matter. Yup. Exactly. You know, when I was in school, man, when I was in junior high, right? You know, we didn't have a lot of money in the world, so I used to just do tests like that. Like, if I wore the same pants in a
Mhm.
week, do people really care? And
Nope,
then when you do it, you realize, nah, they don't care. You know what I'm
they
saying?
didn't
Some people
do
probably gonna say something that's like real petty like that, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Most
it.
people really don't care. I'm gonna say 95% don't care because they going through their own problems too.
Yeah,
They may not. They may wear the same shirt. You may wear the same pants in a week. They may wear the
it
same
was
shirt. But there's
saying,
some people that still like that to this day. I
yeah.
will not wear the same pants in 1 week because what people gonna think about me. You know what I'm saying? I could care less. I'll wear the same khakis the whole week if I want to. I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But some
yeah.
people different. You know, I'm not knocking. I'm just saying it ain't worth basing your life around perception. You know what I'm saying? Because things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You have to be able to make decisions, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna make decisions based on perception. I'm gonna make decisions based on what's best, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but this the kind of stuff, man, you gotta learn, you know, when you're young, growing up, man. You gotta learn this kind of stuff, you know.
Young
Somebody
man.
telling you you don't have to go to school, you don't have to get no education. And it's this the dude just flipping the signs on the construction site. That's he been doing that for 30 years, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And,
And
you
he could have,
know,
could have, and he could have advanced too, but he just
he
wanted
just
to
chose not, yeah. And you got to
do.
have that kind of perception. This dude telling me not to go to school, not to educate myself, but he been flipping the sign, stop and go for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? He probably only making $13 an hour, man. You know, it's 2024, but, you know, everybody different, man.
Yeah. And like I say, you want to advance when the older you get too. You don't want to wait till you're 35, 40, 50
Man,
years
for
old
real.
and like, dang,
Yeah,
I probably should have did this. No, just do it while you can.
yeah. And even if you do get to though, like I did, you still got to get it done. At some point, you're gonna have to
Mhm.
put in the work if you want to advance.
Yeah.
At some point, it's what you're gonna have to understand. You can
Right.
do it on the front end or the back end, but
Yeah.
just know on some end you're gonna have to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, like my boy Zeb down there in Dallas,
yeah,
his favorite line, it ain't nothing but some work.
that's
Ain't
it.
nothing
That's
but
it.
some work. Ain't nothing but some work. All you do it.
So while we talking about work, we not getting qualified as a community. Do you agree or disagree?
What you mean?
Just all kind of stuff qualified. Like when we talking about like gentrification,
Mm.
we don't get qualified to do those things because we can't get to that kind of capital as a community, right? Like a
Nah,
lot of people who do those kind of things, who be buying the land and all that stuff, wealth
yeah.
management, they make enough money to take care of their household and then have money left over to do extra investing.
Hey,
That's the
excuse
kind of
me.
income they make. Um, as a community, we're not making that kind of income in certain communities. We just not. You know,
Yeah.
median income is probably what 40,000, something like that.
Uh,
I mean, what's the
it's
percentage of people you think that's probably over
about that.
50,000 that live in the city right now? Like, if you could just come off top of your, I should look it up, but I don't know if I even feel like. Let me see if I
It's
can
just
chat
if
GPT.
if it's just one person, then it might be a little different. But
No, I'm saying like individuals. Just I'm saying, yeah, individuals. Like,
yeah, I just here in Little Rock, probably like I say 30 is just off top. Just 30 to 50 just off top. But
I'm gonna look up median income in Little
yeah,
Rock.
and it's probably gonna say about 42, but
It actually say 37 in
yeah,
2022. It said
yeah.
37,000 and
So it's
$34.
yeah, so it's probably like 40 by now. But it's not that we don't have the income. It's just we blow it on so much
That too. But
unnecessary
I,
stuff.
in my opinion, now I think I that too. But I think now the way the economy has been hitting people, I think people have really slowed down on spending, bro. You see a lot of restaurants like third option, like Red Lobster wasn't the first option. There was like a third or second option when other the restaurants was crowded. You go to Red Lobster, like, oh man, they crowded. Let's go to Red Lobster, but they closed down. You
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of those smaller restaurants or the not the major franchises closing down.
Hmm.
Like McDonald's is like the dope dealing of like food. They ain't gonna never close down. It's like selling
And that's
crack.
the
They got a
key. They
line
the
gonna always
kingpin.
be
They
long. They got the
kingpin.
2 for $5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Burger King. You know that's the other one.
yeah.
2 for $6. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
$5 meals. But you got those other restaurants. Applebee's gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. Do we got another Applebee's in Little Rock? I know it's maybe one in Benton, but they probably ain't gonna last too much longer. Stuff like that.
I
But
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, man. As a community, man, we gotta really, really teach our kids to get to it when they're younger, man. Because if we don't, the
Mhm.
economy is only gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? It's
It's
only gonna get
not
worse.
only just getting to it. You gotta you can't just be out there spending. That's all it all
Right.
boils down to
$100.
your spending habits, all
A
that.
lot of times, but let me know if you agree with this. When you got too much time on your hands, you usually spend a lot.
Man, I
Now,
know.
if you doing something, you educating to doing something taking up that time, you don't
Mhm.
have time to spend because you kind of in the classroom or you
Mhm.
learning something or you doing something. But when
Yeah.
you got a lot of free time on your hands, most of the time you gonna spend though.
Yeah.
Every time.
What's up?
Like, go ahead.
I say it's like you can spend, but it has to be a return investment. You know what I'm saying?
Most people
That's
don't, yeah.
it. Like,
Cause
go ahead.
experiment for the young people out there. Can you go one day without buying something?
Mm-mm.
If you got your groceries, filled up your car on Monday, on Tuesday, can you go to work or take your lunch, go to work, and not buy nothing?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Not the vending machine, nothing.
I'm telling
A
you,
lot
it's
of people
possible.
can't do. I don't think a lot of people can do that. That's hard.
It's
That's hard to
possible.
do.
It's possible.
It's
I'm telling
possible, but how
you.
many people can discipline? Got the discipline to do it? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about everybody else, but I'm saying because I don't worry about what everybody else doing or what
No, I'm just
everybody
saying
else.
as a community. That's all I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
as a community. Yeah.
as a community, you got to stop just worrying about what everybody else doing. Like,
Yes.
but
100.
also like I don't think I honestly don't think people can go without spending if they're not disciplined enough.
Yeah.
Like
100. Yeah.
it's okay to fix your breakfast and lunch at home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it comes back down to what you be doing, man. That budget is strict. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
You got to follow the budget. If not, you
Yeah.
just be like, dang.
Yeah, you gotta follow, man. I need to get on that when I get off here. Go take
Mhm.
care of mine. But yeah, man, that's what I tell kids. I tell my cousin, man, get a spreadsheet, man. You got Google Docs. Put all your bills in there so you can keep up with it. Cause it's so
Well,
easy to get all that recurring stuff. Next thing you
mhm.
know, you spending $300,
Yeah.
$15 here, $20 there, $5 here a month, and they taking that every month plus your bills. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, what am I doing? So easy. It's so easy to do, man. You
And you
really got to sit down and look at it. Like, what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? So,
and you got a mini computer in your hand.
yeah,
Man, hold that
yeah,
right button and be like, put this on my notes. This is it. I need to get
man.
tissue, this,
But nah.
and it's supposed to last. You know
But
what
that's the
I'm
thing. When you making, we looked at that 30,000,
saying?
and it was $1,000 after taxes. That ain't even including benefits.
Hmm.
When you only bringing home what $800 probably after that
Man,
benefits come out. That's single.
yeah, you
That's
got
not family. That's probably
hey,
single.
that, that's not.
Man, you got to make decisions. Do I eat or do I buy cleaning supplies?
Uh,
That's real.
uh,
When you go in the grocery store, you got this calculator. You only got so much you can spend. You
hey,
get to that $80 mark, however much your budget is.
uh,
You're like, man, do I get more food or do I get tissue?
uh,
And you
Right.
need both. That's the crazy part. You need both.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's the basic part that people that's already getting money, if it happens where you don't have that type of money,
Yeah.
hey, a pick ain't nothing wrong with a pick five. I don't care
No.
what they talking about. Hey,
Nothing
ain't
wrong
nothing
with a
wrong
pick.
with a pick
Now
five.
you do gotta look at the meat though. You gotta go to
Yeah,
different
you got
stores,
to.
like, cause some of them like the chicken got cancer. Like I didn't know chicken skin was yellow. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, hey, they got some air to it. They got a little air.
Man.
On it.
You go look at the beef. Like, man, did y'all just kill the cow? It's like blood. It's like a lot of blood in him, man.
Hey,
Did y'all just shoot this mug, man?
man,
But I went to the one on Cantrell. The one on Cantrell, man. Oh my
Yes,
God,
sir.
Food John. I was
Yes,
like,
sir.
man,
Yes,
that's
sir.
Pick 5 all
Yes,
pristine,
sir.
man. The
I'm
meat
trying
clean,
to hey, man.
man.
It's where
Chicken
you
light
go.
skin. Said this chicken light skin. I ain't never seen that before.
That's why I was like, man, it's where you go. It's like,
Got that Al B. Sure chicken, man, over here, boy, man.
hey, this chicken came from a 2-parent household, man.
Boy, man. I go to the one down the street in Southwest. I was like, man, what is chicken? What is chicken?
Did they cook this before they wrapped it?
Did y'all get this chicken chemo or something? It's supposed to look like that. Oh man,
For real. And it's true. I don't think people I don't think people realize the closest grocery store to me is probably like
oh man, yeah. Well, you
Kroger's
yeah,
or
Kroger, yeah.
Kroger or the one in Rose City.
They trying to
That's
do better though.
that's the closest. And I've been
That
trying to
Kroger trying to do better. I went to get my kids Lunchables this time
nah.
before they go to school. Actually, no, they done came a long way. I don't know if they got new management. They had.
They
I just went there the
they
other morning. I just went there
yes,
the other morning.
my
Huh?
that Kroger used to be real good.
I mean, of course, man. But time, man.
Mm-mm.
And that's like the homeless people kind of central. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying when I go inside the store though,
it used to
the workers there in the morning. When I go in the morning, the people there, they nice. They speak to you even when you check
be
out.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, what's
That
the
was
best Kroger? What's the best Kroger you went to in Little Rock? What's the best one?
You talking about just
Just anywhere in Little Rock. What's the best Kroger you went to?
bef- it's two. Well, it's not little. One is not Little Rock, but what is the Kroger out there?
Talking about in Benton?
Mm-mm. No, Sherwood is always going. Sherwood.
That's closer to you. Yeah, Sherwood's
Yeah,
close to you. It's right down the freeway.
Sherwood.
That's just yeah.
Sherwood and what's that?
Sherwood is a really tame place. Have you noticed that? It's really laid back in Sherwood.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
See, like it's like a biracial community. A lot of
Mhm.
people biracial community, but when you go to the Walmart in Sherwood, it's really laid back, man.
Yes.
You go to the one on Baseline, man. Oh my
Oh.
God, man. Oh,
What is
I
that?
don't even like going there unless I got to. It's like you
But I-
only got 4 lanes open. Then you got the self checkout, but they only take
Man.
debit cards. They don't take cash. You know what I'm saying?
What's the other one? Gosh, I'm trying to think. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say
You talking about Indian Hills? You talking about the Indian Hills Crocus?
that one, but it's gosh, what's the other one? I'm trying to think if is it Cantrell or not?
Yeah, Cantrell one over there by Chanel. Go past Chanel. No, Chanel.
It's I'm talking
There's
about
one
the
on Cantrell too. The one on Cantrell's nice
I'm
too. I
talking
like
about
the
the
one
one
on
that's
Cantrell.
far out. It's far out.
Yeah, the one on Cantrell's nice too. Before you get the Buffalo Wild Wings, that's Cantrell.
I think it's a little farther.
Huh?
No, I'm saying I might be on the wrong.
I think you're talking about Highway 10. I think you're talking right there by
Yeah.
Hanky. That's Cantrell. Yeah, that's Cantrell.
Yeah. I
You
was
know, some
thinking. I
people
was
call
trying
it
to think
Cantrell.
of
Some
that.
people call it Highway 10. It just
Yeah.
however,
That's
tomato,
what
tomato.
I'm saying. This is Highway 10 to me.
Yeah. Another thing is, I know they talking about Trump talking about sending people back or whatever, but have you noticed there's some places that have, I'm gonna say the other community, right? They like we went to CC's one time and they had a bunch of people that was from the Latin community in there. It was a total difference in quality. It was crazy, man. It was the floor was clean, the tables was kept clean. I was like, man, what in the world? This ain't the CC's I'm used to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
It's
that
I
labor
don't.
that they provided. If they start deporting people, you're gonna start seeing a lot of jobs that people not gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even that. It's as a person that's dated, you know what I'm saying, Hispanic,
Yeah.
that's how they are brought up. Like
Oh
not
yeah, for
they
sure. 100%.
like they brought up like that.
Yeah.
Like not saying that we're not brought up like that, but they are brought up to be.
Sometimes we're brought up like that, but somewhere along the way we just say, I'm not doing that no more.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't doing that no more.
Hey,
You know what
I
I'm
ain't
saying?
even mess up the dishes. Yeah, why I gotta
Yeah.
wash? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
But that's just how they was brought up, and like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a tricky situation. But at the end
I
of the
don't know. I
day,
don't think I think it's gonna be tricky, but I don't think it's gonna be like what they say it is. I think they just doing it for
nah,
just
it's scare tactic.
yeah, scared that. But man, I know where I'm at, a lot of them moving out in Saline County, back in the woods and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
They ain't playing around. It's like
mm-mm. I told before I
they
told
clearing out land. I was going to R Street the
yeah,
back way, going through Saline County,
yeah,
going down there and going. I forgot the name
yeah,
of the road, Klitsch Road or one. But they clearing out land now. They clearing out
yeah.
trees and stuff and building trailers and stuff. Cause in the city
Mm-hmm.
you can't bring no more trailers in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So they going out to the outskirts and then having the trailers come out there. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
And people be hating
listen,
on trailers. If you actually trying to save money and
man,
you trying to make it a trailer, shoot,
I would never hate on a trailer.
get you a
I
trailer for about 60 bands, man,
Man,
you
give me
straight,
that double wide. Give me that double
man.
wide,
And then
man.
some people get the double wide and they build around it to make it look like a house.
Man,
You know what
come
I'm
on
saying?
now, quit
Yeah.
playing. Like,
Shout out to my
like,
sweet home folks out there, man.
oh,
Shout out to my sweet
they
home people out there. They do
listen.
that.
They figured out the code. We know the code too, but
You
we
can't
just
you can't
not
bring a
working
trailer in the
with
city no more. That's a wrap. You can't do that no more. They cut that out. Like trailer parks, if they trailer
it.
break down, they got to get rid of it. You can't
Mhm.
replace it. That's why you see them fixing it. They don't you can't bring no more trailers. I don't even think the trailer companies would even do it because they'll get in trouble. They probably get fined for it.
Mhm.
But you can't bring. They got an ordinance. You can't bring no more trailers
Mhm.
into the city limits. And if the trailer has to leave or get replaced or burned down, you
Mhm.
can't replace it. It's just an empty lot now. You know what I'm saying? Unless they
Mhm.
sneak it in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure some of them probably do it at night, late at night, where everybody sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now you got the
Yeah,
troopers on the streets. No, I'm just saying.
yeah.
But
Next topic. So,
yeah.
what you about to say? Go ahead before we
No,
get to
no,
this
go
topic.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Nah, self-control and self-discipline, man. I think this really needs to be taught to our young kids, man. Self-control and self-discipline.
Not
Because
just a
people
young.
are going to offend you. People are going to try you. And people are going to try to get over on you. But you got to have the self-control and the self-discipline not to give in to that. Because there are people that they're good at provoking you. They'll try to provoke you on purpose, and then play victim at the same time. So that's why it's good to have self control and self discipline because it's not worth the legal trouble.
Mhm. Yeah.
And before I want to say something, bro. The dude, you know what's funny?
Mm.
We talk about this. The dude who killed that CEO, right? Not kill me, not say
Mhm.
killed. He off the CEO, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They had the camera of him walking up doing it, but they only saw him riding down the bike, right? And they didn't have no more footage of him. But they had footage of Jonathan Major's whole ordeal on all them cameras. It was flipping cameras. He ran down this block, flipped the camera. Ran down that block, flipped the camera. But with him, they only had like 2 camera views. Come on
Yeah.
now.
What
You know what
they
I'm saying?
hold on. That's what did they where did the dude get popped at?
Was it like downtown New York? It was like a big
Listen,
hotel or
listen,
something
that's
like
what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
that.
If they had just major on all them cameras,
Man,
and
all
you
of running.
I'm talking about from corner to corner,
Man.
he running away from it. Like,
Man.
oh,
And they flipping angles and everything, like transition. Doop, 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 doop.
but y'all trying to convince people. Okay, that's the guy. Okay,
It could be. He looked like a man.
I don't
Them
know.
eyes and them eyebrows, man, get you
I
every
don't
time,
know.
man.
I don't know. They all kind of look alike to me.
Them Luigi's. Them ain't
All those
Luigi, man.
Luigi looking alike, man.
Well,
Luigi
he
looking
he
alike.
finna go to jail and meet Super Mario now.
Oh no.
He gonna get
Like,
powered up.
no.
Man, he finna go to jail and meet Super Mario and King Koopa, man. That's what he finna go
Uh,
do. Boy. But now in the inner city though, man, a lot of times, man, you know, their pride get the best of you.
mm-hmm.
Somebody do something to you, I got to go get them.
Yep.
You know, oh, you gonna let dude do you like that, man? If I was, man, if it was me, man, I go and them be the dudes that won't do it at all. They just be getting you gassed up. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you go do it, man,
Yep.
did nobody tell him? He didn't have to go do that, man.
Yeah, you see
You know what I'm
that?
saying? Yeah.
That's why you always gotta like you gotta have that self control and self discipline
Both.
at the same time. 'Cause
Yes.
they both gonna be, you know, you have to coexist.
I'm not saying that it ain't gonna come in your head like, man, I really want to shoot this dude. I'm not saying that, but you gotta have the self control and the self discipline not to act on it because it's not worth the legal trouble behind it. It's not worth dishonorable discharge. It's not worth terroristic threatening. It's not worth attempted murder. It's not
Yeah.
worth it, man.
Yeah, and it goes higher and higher. Cause
Yes.
you're like, hey,
And
man.
then when you see the dudes in court fighting for their life, man, you get like, man, you could tell like dude knew that like, man, if I would have just had like 5 more seconds to just think about what I was doing, maybe I wouldn't even got myself in this situation, man. Because now you got to call a lawyer, $10,000 retainer,
Yes, easy,
and it ain't a one-time payment. You gonna have to pay him throughout the whole trial. You know what I'm saying?
easy, man.
Yeah.
That's it. And most people ain't got enough to even.
And then you want a bond. Ask your mom to put up the house. I wish I would ask my mom to put up the house for me for
You
a
know
bond.
what?
My mom be like, yeah, you gonna be in there for a while, buddy, because I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
But some people do that though. They'll put up the house knowing that they gonna jump bail and now you lose your house. Man, yeah, right. My mom, boy, was my mama come find me. If you don't take your butt to court, we gonna have problems. You know what I'm saying?
Now, one thing I would say, like certain part of the family, you know, they put up money just in case for stuff like that. They will do that.
Man,
But it's
my
not.
family
It's
didn't
not
have it
for
like that.
everybody. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not for
Yeah.
everybody.
My family didn't have that kind of money like that. I
Yeah.
wish. They told us, hey,
Yeah, you go jail.
you get caught up. You
You know,
get
you
caught
go-
up. You gonna have to make it. You got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they'll probably scrape up some, but it ain't
Yeah.
worth it, man. It's just not worth it to go
It
through that,
ain't.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Especially you like kind of guilty but not guilty is.
But
It's
you
like,
gotta
well,
prove it though. That's the
you
thing. You
got
gotta
to.
prove it, and that's the hard part.
Hey man, that's still that.
Well,
Going to
because
court.
they ain't gonna say you defended yourself, but it's how you got to defend yourself. You got to you met up with a guy. You trying to do a drug deal.
Mhm.
You trying to make things happen. He tried to save some baby powder or whatever. And now y'all draw guns and you're like, I gotta go home. And then you take that person's life. Now you gotta deal with the second degree murder, first degree, however you can prove it. Or manslaughter, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what kind of lawyer you got, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
And also before they even think about doing, just think, man, before you even do it. And I know I talk a lot, I talk crazy a lot, but also just being realistic with it.
Yeah.
You do stuff. Your mama, your daddy, grandma, whoever, they have to go to court. They don't have to go to court. They'll go to court with you. You have to think they gotta take out word.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Which they losing money.
Hear that prosecutor eat you alive because he gonna talk crazy about you, man. Oh, he gonna talk crazy.
Oh yeah, this is demon child. You know.
Oh man, this guy's a nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I'm saying?
And the emotional part of it, you know, it's taking a toll on people that you love and that love you. You know what I'm saying?
Because when you get life without, that puts a toll on your family. Like you living, but it's almost like you're not living at the same time. It's tough, man. Life without, that's a tough thing to see, man. One day I don't want to do that because I don't want to put nobody out there, but you go look at the Pulaski County, the Arkansas Department of Corrections inmate search, and just see the kind of time these dudes got, man. Just random dudes. It's crazy, man. Dudes be having 35 years, ain't getting out to like 2035 or 2050. You like, man, that's crazy.
and
It's
I ain't gonna front.
2024. You know
I
what I'm
ain't gonna
saying?
front. Sometimes, like if somebody come across my mind, like, damn, I ain't seen Simon in
Yeah.
such a long time,
Go look them
and
up.
then I'll be like, maybe they locked up. Boy, you see it, like, ooh,
Yeah.
ugh. And or you see the offense that they had, like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
damn,
Like, what? He
that
raped
boy,
somebody. What in the
that boy
world?
out there, what,
What?
man?
Yeah.
Mm,
But yeah, man. And I will say this before we get into the next slide. A lot of times when dudes graduate, I'm gonna speak for the men. Women, I ain't got no women on here that they can verify for them, but most dudes, if you're not careful, you get caught in these three spider webs: streets,
mhm.
drugs, or women.
Man,
One of those three.
it's gonna,
You'll get caught in one of those webs.
it's gonna
You,
happen.
yeah, you gotta have this. If you got the self control and discipline, if you taught that, maybe you can avoid it. But if most people are not, you get caught in one of those three: drugs, streets, or women. One of those three. And I got caught in the women. This is one of the toughest things. Um, and that's going to the next slide. Dealing with temptation. Dealing with temptation.
Ugh.
When you're younger, it's so hard. You like, man, it's like you gotta. I was one of those kids. I had to bump my head to realize, I don't want that temptation no more. I already went through that. You know what I'm saying? But the temptation of drugs,
Mm.
the money, like selling crack, the money comes so fast.
Mhm.
You know, some people ain't never had, $5,000 worth of ones, 20s, and tens in their pocket. But some of you, that's the temptation of having that kind of money or cash in your pocket that you ain't paid taxes on, and the money comes so fast. And then if you're dealing with drugs and you deal with the temptation of women, you got these young dudes they getting propositioned by women.
Mhm.
So now you got this 15-year-old selling crack and the woman proposition him. He ain't gonna turn it. Most dudes not gonna turn it down. I'm gonna say 90% of dudes probably not gonna turn it down if you're dealing with the temptation of it.
It's a little hard.
It's only a 10%. Okay, a 5% of dudes who more into the temptation of money. They can say, "Nah, give me my money."
Yeah, you're gonna
But a
get
dude that's
involved.
dealing with the temptation of 15, he gonna be like,
See, I'm too deep to change. Everybody know my name. I guess I gotta charge it to the game.
he'll charge you to the game. Say,
Man, in some
who
kind of way.
looking? Who looking? We'll charge you to the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. You're gonna
Yeah.
get like, and I do not recommend this,
No.
like, like at all, like, cause you have to live with it.
Yeah.
If you got a conscience, that it all the three things he named, the women, the hold on, women,
Drugs,
drugs,
streets,
streets.
and women.
It's all and all three of those come with it. The streets, it all comes with it. It does. You you might not think like, oh, I'm not in the streets like that, but I'm gonna tell you something. You really out here in these streets like
That's the
that.
thing, man. With a conscience, right?
Hmm.
I think a lot of people have a conscience, but they override it, or you're surviving. You like in the woods, like you in the jungle. You either gonna be predator or you gonna be prey,
You
or
can't
you
have
gonna be a hunter, or you gonna be the person that you know what I'm saying. They get hunted. You know what I'm saying?
you can't have a conscience in the streets, man.
Nah, you can, but it's hard.
You
You gonna have
can't.
to over. It's a surviving kind of conscience though.
You
Like I
can't.
know it's wrong, but I gotta survive.
You can't have a conscience. Because
Right.
if
But
you
I'm
do,
saying they have a conscience, but I'm saying they override it. I gotta survive. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that conscience it goes out the window.
Dealing with women, I can speak from my experience. Dealing with women, it's like you're trying to do the right thing, but the women are approaching you. That's the excuse that I make. The women are coming to me. Like I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
just going to Walmart buying some bread. This girl walked up to me talking to me. I
that's the
got to sell her a
conscience.
dream now. I
No,
got
the
to sell her a
the
dream.
conscience. Yeah, you lose our conscience. 'Cause you
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's what
yeah,
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah.
it ain't
And
no
then
conscience with it.
sometimes you go through the thing. Some dudes they feel bad, but then you thinking you rationalize with yourself like, why am I feeling bad when she the one that came and talked to me? You know what I'm saying? She got to
Yeah,
make the choice just like I make it. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't
Yeah.
have a you didn't
No,
have a
I didn't.
conscience.
I was an apex hunter, man. I did not
You
have
was
a
like
conscience.
you
I
didn't have a
didn't.
conscience. You was like
No.
I like
It's no different than a lion hunting a zebra. If a
man, that's
lion
it. That's
see a
it.
weak zebra out the herd, he see a weak zebra that's limping, it's done. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's part of it though. Right?
It's just like with the streets, you don't have a conscience. Like, look, you cross
Yeah,
that line, I'm gonna bust your head without question. And then some dudes like in the streets, they go to jail and they go in, they ain't got no conscience. Dude walk up to him talking about where you from,
yeah,
bow, pop off on
yeah.
him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They get, you know what I'm saying?
Because the politics is so different. Like,
Yeah, you can't have a conscience. I don't know how they do it in jail, man. You been there 30
uh,
years and make it, man.
mhm.
You can't have a conscience in jail. Where I'm hearing them stories, man.
Yeah, but some, like I say, some people, that's why some people, get more involved with religion. What I was taught, it's like you don't need to go to jail to do what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. That's true.
You don't need to go to jail to read. You don't need to go to jail
Right.
to find God. You don't
Right.
need jail for none of that stuff. But
Right.
that
But he never sat still long enough to do it, though. That's the thing.
no, they didn't have self discipline. You know what
Right.
I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. Self discipline to sit still. Right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to read, man, you got to sit still, put the book in
Mhm.
your face, and read.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got to do more of that for this law school stuff. I got to sit down
Yeah. And
and cut out some time. If it's 2 hours a day, hour a day, and just read something. Just read it. You know what I'm
there's
saying?
nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying the discipline. I got to make myself more
No,
disciplined.
no,
Right.
no. When I say
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it, I was like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like I got a bookshelf. You know what I'm saying? People wouldn't
Yeah.
even they'd see me they're like, hey man, cause I look thugged out anyway. Not knowing
You actually don't look thugged out, man.
man,
You actually look
hey,
like a landscaper. I think you picked the right. You like a landscaper. I can see it. I see it.
man, hey, I'm telling you, outside this mug had been low like TIP. You feel me?
Man, you should have
But
had them lokes on next time we come outside. Man. You gotta find them
that's
lokes,
what
man.
I'm
You gotta find
saying.
them easy to eat lokes,
Hey,
man.
now when it gets springtime, I might have to pull them out, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's
But
cold now, boy. It's cold out there, boy.
man,
Man.
slap cold, especially man, it's slap cold out there.
Yeah.
And then I have on my monkey suit.
Yeah.
But you have on that monkey suit, man. Come on.
Then the
But
street law, like I say, that street law, man, is the temptation of just getting caught. You get so deep.
See, I'm too deep to change. Everybody know my name. I guess I gotta charge it to the game.
You get so deep in that street game, man, boy, it get
and they
crazy, man.
and everybody's not up under that old law. That was it, man. Leave that street stuff is dead.
But see, that's the thing about the streets, though, man. A lot of times the rules never stay the same. It's always somebody that's
Mhm.
doing something
Yeah.
outside of the game. You know what I'm saying? Or they making up stuff as they go.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like what I said. You go to the gambling house, you beat a dude. You beat a dude out some money. Nah, man, you got to give me a chance to win my money back. Where that rule come from? You know what I'm saying? Who
That's
made
what I'm
that up?
saying. Like this, it's like the old law. Not give them a chance to win all their money, man. But you can shoot.
But
You
if
know
I
what
got
I'm saying?
$10,000, Pill, and you
Yeah.
beat
But
me, and I don't have no more money left,
yeah,
my $10,000 is in your hands.
you
You
beat
can
me
walk
fair and
away.
square.
I
You
shouldn't
beat,
say, nah, you got to give me a chance to
no,
win my money back.
no. You can give them a chance to win some back. Like
But
that's
some
what.
dudes, they'll take the sum and say, you got to give me a chance to win all of it back.
Nah, like
I'm
that's and
telling
that's
you, man, I'm telling you what I done heard and what I done heard dudes get into it with at the gambling
and
house
that's
before,
and
man.
did you hear what you just said?
Yeah,
They got into it, but the
yeah.
old law says you don't have to give them all the money back. You give them a chance, but if they steady keep losing, now they guess what? After they finish losing all the money, well, shit, guess what? You about to get robbed. Cause first you out of bounds. You don't know none of these people here.
All right, first of all, you don't never go to a gambling house where you don't know the people.
You know
That's
what
a
I'm
no-no.
saying? Like you know two or
That is
three.
a no-no procedure,
You will know
man.
2 or 3.
We gotta make a podcast talking about the no-nos, man. Don't do that.
That's
Don't go to no
that's a
gambling
whole other
house.
story. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other
Yeah,
story.
boy, I heard some crazy stories about gambling houses working at
Yeah.
BP, man.
Man,
There's some crazy stories, man.
that was like
Man.
Man, we when I was what 4 or 5, by 5,
Yeah.
we stayed next door to the gambling house. You know, I'm the little kid that saw everything,
Yeah.
and did everything. So
Yeah.
I'm already knowing, like, hey man, it was man, whoa, boy, you get your noodles pushed back. You know what I'm
Then
saying?
we talking about women, right? I know
Yeah.
my dad went through this, right? When you go out there dealing with women and you're not protecting yourself
Mm-hmm.
and you start rolling the dice, next thing you know, you got, 9 kids by
Yeah.
like, five different women, stuff like that. Having a blended family. People think that sound good. A blended family's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? It's tough.
That nigga was reckless, man. Just like
Oh,
my dad.
100%. Yeah,
Just
but
like
I'm
my
saying
dad.
and then what don't realize is people don't realize is they'll try to say, well, you don't see family that much no more. When you become a man and you're
Mhm.
taking care of your family, your wife and kids,
You
you
understand?
don't really have time to just keep going over other people's houses like that because you're trying to invest into your own house, time into your own
Yeah.
house, because they get used. I think this is my opinion anyway. You may agree or not, but sometimes families get used to that blended family mode where the dude don't be present that much because he over all these other people's house. But when you stop and change that cycle, it's something different. They're not used to dealing with. Then that's when that perception. When we was talking about perception, oh,
Mhm.
he think he too good. No, I'm taking care of my family the proper way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have no blended family. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you
Like
know,
I'm the oldest boy, right?
yeah, I am too.
So when like my dad had what about 9, 10 kids.
Oh, for real? So we in the same
Yeah,
boat.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We in the same boat.
Did your dad
Yeah.
ever be? Did he ever be accountable for it to you? Or he just like, nah, man, gonna be a man. You know that kind of stuff.
Um, my dad was more like he was like my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah,
older homeboy.
yeah,
And there's certain stuff that he did that I didn't know,
yeah.
and there's certain stuff that he did that I did know.
Right. But
And
that's the thing, because you know your dad and you know your DNA, you know what he was capable of, the stuff that he didn't
uh,
tell you. I know that about my dad too. Like I know what my dad was capable of, the stuff that he didn't tell me. I was too young at first too, but just growing up and understanding about life and dealing with women myself, I like, oh, I see how my dad probably got bamboozled a couple times. I can see that. Cause these women out here, boy, you meet the wrong women, woo, woo, man, they'll mess you up, man. You can't even forget what they did. You can't even forget what they did. You like, man, if I stop at the stoplight, man, it just pop in my head what that woman did.
no,
Yeah.
like I had to tell like my brothers and sisters, I was like, no, they thought I got special treatment. I was like, no, I'm
No.
the
I
same way
seen the
you're
worst. I seen the whole process play out. Why y'all sitting there playing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. No, my sisters, they love my dad too, so but I just look at it from an objective standpoint. It's more like I understand. I try to use those as learning lessons to not go down that. That's what actually woke me up from that temptation of dealing with women, like selling dreams and running my little schemes or whatever. Now I looked at when I was dealing with women, I looked at it as like a football game or a basketball game. Do I want to start in five? I need some 8 men. The stuff I do with the 8 men to learn how to deal with the starters. You know what I'm saying? Just little crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking concepts. So,
it was
but yeah,
nowhere near. Man, they used to say like, "Boy, you look just like your dad." I'm like, how many kids you got? I said, only 2. What?
yeah. See, my dad told me because my dad was he kind of bugged out toward the end of his life too. But he told me that he should have did better with my mom. Did better by her. He didn't do good by my mom. He messed up. He told me that like he didn't know he was gonna die. I didn't know he was gonna die, but he kind of
Mm,
had. I think I was like maybe 11, 12, something like that.
mm,
But I won't forget that. But he was just saying how he messed up and how he should have did right by my mom, but he never just could get it right. And
mm,
that meant a lot to me because it kind of showed
yeah,
his humanity. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because at first most kids, you just think your dad can't do no wrong at first until you get older and realize how life works. You know what I'm saying? You're like, nah, my dad was always twisted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, yeah, you know.
Yeah. Cause you don't get it because you don't deal with people like that when you're younger, like girls and stuff like that on an adult level. Cause it's like I know some of them knew that my dad was married, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, oh yeah.
But they still did it, you know what I'm saying? And he still did it. It's a two-way
Yeah.
thing. You can't just blame one person.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
blame both parties involved, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They gotta take accountability for that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even like I said, just from an objective standpoint, he just like he went through a crazy whirlwind of temptation and he couldn't you just
See, I'm too deep to change everybody.
What
know
happened?
my name. I guess I gotta charge it to the game.
You too deep out here, you know what I
Too
mean?
deep. Boy, getting that
Yeah.
deep water, boy. You gotta know how to swim.
And
Boy.
it
Woo.
happens. It happens a lot.
That's why you gotta make the choices on the front end, man. The more
Like-
better choices you can make on the front end, I'm telling you,
Like,
it'll help you on the back end.
man,
I've been
and-
blessed. I was blessed. I don't know how God had his hand over me. He blessed me to catch myself
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I could get deep
Yeah,
into it. And I thank him for it because, boy, I was out there, man.
yeah. And
Yeah, my wife still don't. She be laughing. She's like, nah, you know what? When you tell me that now, I can see you doing that because you crazy enough to even say something like that or do something. Like that. So, yeah. But yeah, man, dealing with temptations, man. Young men out there, man, you got
Yeah.
to understand that life temptation is gonna come. The soon, and then when you beat one temptation, another one will pop up.
Whoa!
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
They're not gonna stop. You know
Man,
what I'm
he
saying?
one of them boys, bro. He one of them boys, bro. Man, it's gonna come.
Yeah, you might instead of now you out of your 20s, now you got 30-year-old temptations. You know what I'm saying?
It's,
Another temptation is not going to the doctor and getting your checkups. That's something I got to get better at this year. Starting next year, I got to start go get my checkups and stuff. I got to do that, man. I can't play
man,
around, man.
go to the
Gotta
front.
check your body out, your organs, and your blood work. You got to get that stuff checked, man.
And your body gonna tell you.
But
You just
sometimes
can't
when they
know it.
tell you, it could be too late though. Sometimes
Yeah,
you can
but
catch it early. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a lot of times it's gonna tell you, but you
Yeah.
just can't ignore it. Like,
No, especially them little aches and twinges and pains. You gotta, boy. Yes, sir. Thank God I haven't had to deal with high blood pressure, diabetes, none of that. You know, I thank God. I try to stay on top of that stuff, man. And like I said, I've been eating salads like more than ever, probably. Yeah, probably than I used to, but yeah.
oh yeah,
I need to get a griddle. I need to get a griddle. I've been thinking about
Man.
getting a griddle, man. Outside cooking griddle. man.
yeah.
But I think I'm gonna get big. I'll be making Philly cheesesteaks and stuff, man. Chopped cheeses, man.
Yeah,
I don't know why I be like it. I be seeing them doing the chopped cheese up there, just chopping up ground beef and making a
Man,
sandwich on a
hey,
hoagie. I was like, man, I could do
man,
that. Man.
like that's that's one of my daughter's. I think that's like her third favorite meal.
Yeah,
When she make that chopped cheese, I be like, oh,
yeah, that chopped
Ooh.
cheese, boy.
ooh,
Man, man,
ooh.
boy.
But I think she do it like the turkey meat and stuff like that.
It ain't the same. Yeah, I like turkey meat. My
No.
wife do it too, but it ain't the same with regular
I
beef
know.
though.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, I know.
I
Yeah,
know. But I have her make me. I have her make me too. But I was like,
I know, man.
gonna make me too.
Turkey ground beef is it's like weird. It's like
Yeah.
it'll fill you up, but it's like it's something missing. I don't know. It's like something about beef, regular beef. It's like
Yeah,
something
get
missing.
that 80-20, not that little roll
Yeah.
beef. Get that 80-20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know. While I work at college, they have turkey bacon. Man, I don't want no turkey bacon. You better
Yeah.
give me that pork
Yeah.
bacon, man.
What's
I'm
that
not no
bullshit?
Muslim. I ain't no Muslim. Give me that pork bacon, man.
Stop eating that swine, my brother. Yeah,
Hey, I was
don't
raised on
don't-
swine, brother.
Yeah,
I'm
come give me
healthy.
them 4 strips. I
Boy,
want
I
4
got
more.
this body by Jake, man. I'm raised on swine, man. Healthy to the mud. I
Nah,
was telling this dude at work, man, I was raised on every piece of commodity food you could think of, man. All
That's-
of it.
that's one thing that I probably have a tough time dealing.
But commodity food?
No, they ain't gonna bake.
Oh.
Right, man.
I don't eat it all the time, but
Oh, that's what I'm saying. When I want it, I was like, man, go give me a piece of bacon.
yeah.
Bacon and
Especially when it's made right. If it's right, it's like not too hard, not too soft. It's like right in the middle, but it still got the grease on it too. Oh my God. Oh, that's that kind of bacon when you bite into it, then the grease come out. It's not too hard. Like it still got the grease in it too.
Big back, big back.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Oh man! All right, the last slide before we get up out this thing. The power of choice. When a person understands the power of choice, the game changes. What you think about that?
Man, I love it.
Power of choice. I had to realize this. When you really slow down in your mind,
Love it.
the power of choice, you realize, like, wait a minute, I could choose to do this or I could choose not to do this.
Mhm.
Because if I choose to do this, it may last longer than if I just let it go, walk away. It's just better. Maybe frustrated, talk about it for a few minutes and not just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because it's probably going to happen again, just based on the game of patterns and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Somebody get on your nerves at work. You let it go. Because if you don't, you hold on to it, guess what? They get on your nerves again. Now you may mess around and do something. Now you lose your job. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it. And some people know that. They know if I provoke you, I'm going to get this reaction. But you know what makes them matter? When you choose not to react to it. Oh, man, they make a person so mad when they try to, they do all their work to try to provoke you, and you choose not to react to it. And it's like they get even madder because they wanted you to react. You know what I'm saying? So, in the streets, I mean, you don't have to shoot that person, but you want to go by the street law. But what they don't tell you about the street law is going to make you run into the constitutional law. You know what I'm saying? After you do the street law.
Because that straight law is it's kind of like dead and gone now because we're in a different not era generation. But man, let that stuff go. The power of choice is I kind of like it's like a two-part
Oh,
story.
100%.
You know, it's just like y'all remember the old bull and the young bull story? You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Well, he let him run. Oh, it was like
Right.
they let him bang heads while the old bull was just sitting down in the back.
Yeah.
Let them bang themselves out.
Yeah.
He walked up there while they were still fighting. He got up, walked up, and did the thing, went back and sat down. Was that how it
Yeah,
goes? Something like
yeah,
that.
it's and the same thing,
Yeah.
and it's and it and the second part is like I put in basketball terminology. When you older, the game slows down.
Yes.
It slows down. You can see
And
like
it can slow down for you when you're younger if you really take the
yeah,
time to learn the game.
that's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what happened with the Temptation of Girls. The game slowed down, and I started to see the patterns of
Mhm,
different. It's not about the women; it's the personality of people,
mhm.
and they have a pattern, right?
Mhm.
Like somebody that's
Everybody.
dominant, they have a pattern. They want to feel like they dominate, and you get the better results out of that player if you let them dominate, right? That's what Phil Jackson did to Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, you can dominate. Just do it like this though, and then you just dominate. Oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, cool, fine. But
You can
that's all.
dominate, but I want you to lead the team in scoring and help with the assists. Oh, that's cool. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to set the terms for people that's dominant.
I'm going to show you how to win.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And I don't want to get too deep into it, but like it's a reason why women get married. And well, men already know like that's gonna be my wife, so I'm getting
I think you
married.
have to choose the right word. I don't think
Uh,
you gonna automatically do that. I think there's a choice. Some people ignore it that they made the choice though, or they do it so fast they don't realize they made a choice.
yeah,
But the
something else.
power of choosing a woman, you have to look at this woman. You have to vet this woman and make sure that this is the woman you want to spend the rest of your life with, whether she changes or not, or whether she grows or not. You have to look at everything that's presented to you and
Yeah.
then make a choice.
But like I say, everybody, everybody went through certain stuff different.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you are like, you already know, like, hey man, I can pick out about 5 things. I'm like, yeah, check, check. Man, we might need to work on that one.
Yeah. Oh,
Check.
I do it myself all the time. I think if everybody worked on themselves, it'd be better. Like even in marriage, you two are together, but the more that the two people work on themselves too, the better the marriage gets.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't make my wife grow, she can't make me grow, but we can grow together with the help of God in our marriage, and that's when it get better. Because individually, I'm getting better as the head of the house and building my relationship with God. And as her being my help meet, she's building her relationship with God as well. And we can't do nothing but get better. But when you want to do it your way, I don't want to do it like that. That's old and antiquated. And that's what you see on social media. And that's why a lot of people ain't married or they get in these crazy situations and don't want to, ain't got no sense because you want to try to bypass, I don't want to say the old law, but you're trying to bypass the old law.
Mm-hmm. The
And
law
it
that
ain't gonna
works.
work. It ain't gonna work.
The law that works.
Yeah, the
Not
law that works for sure.
everybody
Yeah.
think just old is like
Nah.
1900s. It's like, nah.
Yeah. The thing is, people try to say because they try to say because their grandparents or their parents did this. No, that's what they did with the information that they had. But the information is good, but the people that applied it wrong. So you can't blame the information. You have to blame the person that applied the information. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, that's a whole
Nah,
nother.
what you think? What you think? Before we get out, what you think?
Oh man.
Because everybody apply the information. Like if the information don't change,
It didn't.
but it's
It
the
didn't.
person that applied the information. They perverted it or twisted it up.
Mm-mm.
You can't use it as an excuse. Like I can't say
Oh,
because my
yeah,
dad marriage is not good because how my dad did, with the blended family. No, I still my own account. It's my account now. I have to make those decisions.
this. It was 3 people that tried to give him the game. It was 3 people before me, maybe even one. They tried to give him the game. Then when you not give him the game, because that's what's going on right now. It's like you can't play the same game
No.
because the game it's not going to end well.
It's kind of like basketball though, right? You got 10 dudes on the court, but not all of them is playing the same way. It's the same game. It's the NBA. It's basketball, but not everybody plays basketball the same though, right?
That's true.
The
I
same way
look.
with marriage, right? Everybody not gonna do it the way that it's supposed to be done. They're gonna try to twist it up their way, but I can't blame them for doing it their way. I just have to learn, take the good, filter out the bad, and learn from the good, right? Kind of like with LeBron, you got Harden, and then you got Steph Curry. 3 totally different styles of play. You know what I'm saying? But they're still playing the same game.
Yeah.
Same way with marriage. With marriage, you got this husband, that husband. Dad, grandpa, great grandpa. Now, if they all were abusive, they use marriage as a gateway to or not marriage. They was already kind of out there anyway, but they got married for whatever reason, but they didn't change their individual personality habits or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But some people not objective enough to see that, or they see it, but they use it as an excuse to do what they want to do. Well, my granddaddy did it. I've done it before. My daddy did it, so I guess I got to do it too. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So,
like that's why I look at like I won't do it how they did it.
right.
Not saying there's nothing wrong with what they did. It's kind of like
I'm going to say having a blended family probably not the best idea in the world. I'm going to
nah,
say that.
I don't like
Yeah, not the best
nowhere
idea in
near
the
it,
world.
but nowhere near it like I agree. Like, no, just having a bunch of kids everywhere. No,
Yeah.
that ish is not cool. Especially like even if you step outside and y'all not even married, and then you have another baby with boys. But
Yeah.
you have kids before them,
Right.
before y'all got together or marriage or
Yeah.
whatever. Like as a man, you're gonna take care of your kids,
You
and you
should.
got and you
Not
have
every
to.
dude do. We really
Yeah,
should.
they really don't. But
Yeah.
and also as a man in a relationship, excuse me, that woman she's gonna know the finances. Any real woman, she's gonna know the finances.
But some of these women, they're ignoring it though, bro. They know, but
And
they're ignoring what they know. You
they're
ignoring
not
what you understand. Yeah.
they're not ignoring it
So why else, like, when you hear these women say they've been dating this dude that's trash, he probably was trash before you met him. So why are you going through dating him? That's all I'm saying.
because a man still is gonna be a man.
I understand
That's
that, but what I'm saying, the power of choice, we talking about here, the power of choice, once it's presented to you, trash is presented to you, if you pick up the trash
that's
and
a,
take it, you
a
just
man.
made the choice.
A man and woman. A man and a woman's trash is totally different.
But it's still trash. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's still
No,
trash.
no, it's not trash. It's trash to that person,
I'm talking about
but
the
it's not trash.
personality, like, um,
That
like it's some people. It's the when you talk about the power of choice, you got to realize, like, is this person? Because we know there are different kinds of people out there, right?
hmm
We living in the hood. It's dudes dead because they dealt with a certain woman, right? Oh,
Yes.
you gonna leave me? I'm gonna go tell my brothers that you hit me, and then they
Yeah.
kill him, and now he in the
Yeah.
ground, and he didn't even touch her.
Yeah.
But the woman was kind of high strung like that anyway. She seemed like one of them kind of women that was like,
Mm.
she'll do stuff like that. And you have to be able to kind of, discern that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the
That's
tough part about life. You got to be able to kind of understand, like, nah, I don't need to mess. Like, it
yeah.
was some girls when I was young, I did not talk. If I seen certain little stuff, I'm out. I don't
Yeah.
even, I ain't, I'm not even fit to
I-
even take that gamble. It's not even worth the risk. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Attitude problem. You know what I'm saying?
And a person like me,
Yeah.
I always thought forward. So before I even get to that point,
Yeah.
before I even talk to you, I'm gonna assess the situation because I've been around this too long
Right. Yeah.
to even like it. I wouldn't even when I say I wouldn't even put myself in that position. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even put myself in that position because if I know that's their baby sister and they love her and they're gonna do whatever they listen. I leave you
Yeah.
before I leave you, and I won't even talk to you
Yeah.
before I
100%.
even think that. Oh yeah, you
And
don't
guess
think
what?
that you do
That
something?
may hurt her feelings, but guess what? It don't matter
Mhm.
because I'm not putting myself in this situation. Your feelings just gonna have to be hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we saying. Dealing with people and dealing with yourself. At the end of the day, the accountability will fall on me. You deal with a woman and something crazy happen, we see it all the time.
Mm-mm.
The accountability gonna fall back on you. So that
Mm-mm.
lets me know
Mm-mm.
that I have to think about who I'm dealing with. When I
Mm-mm.
was younger, that's what I'm saying. With the whole Jonathan Major situation,
No.
he had to think
Nah.
about. At some point, he made a choice. I'm going to deal with this woman, and he seemed like he had a bunch of warnings to leave, but he stayed. Then he had
That's
a tape. I want you to be like Coretta Scott King. This woman don't even know Coretta Scott King. You know what I'm saying?
and she knows, but they're gonna say like you have to check that stuff at the front door. Like you you have to check it at the front door.
Cause I know when you're a celebrity, they gonna front, they gonna put on fronts,
Yeah.
and you have to know that too. When you're a celebrity or
But
you people
everybody
think you
knows
got money or you famous, people gonna play you different. You have to know that, like,
that's a
you know,
small, like I say, that's a small community. Just like when back in the day, like everybody knew each other some kind of way. still
Right.
to this day. But I'm just saying, it's a little bit more spread out.
But what I'm saying is the girls, even in the hood, the dope dealer that was like the kingpin, the girls gonna come at him different than the dude that work at Walmart. That's a people greeter, right? Same thing, just
Same
different
thing.
levels. Different levels. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Some knew that like, hey,
You know, he pull
this,
up on gold
this,
days, it's gonna
yeah,
do something. Now, if you pull up in your Honda Accord, 92 Honda Accord, people greeter, yeah, I don't, man, get on somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
but
But when you pull up on them gold days, you're like, can I ride in your car?
yeah, but that's why I say it all depends on who you was talking to. Mr. John is not like Mr. Henry down the street. Mr. Henry, he he really was supplying them niggas.
Now,
But he never.
now, this the
Mr.
crazy
Henry
part.
never. Mr. Henry never let them know that he was supplying they plug. But Mr. John, Mr. John still honest person, and Mr. Henry is too.
Yeah, but
But
man,
although
I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
yes,
Yeah, some
Mr.
dudes they do
Lane,
it. They know how to not have attention, draw
yeah,
attention to themselves. Yeah,
that's
100%.
it. Like,
And some dudes do it, and man,
you can't wait. I'm still gonna get me a, Monte Carlo or Cutlass, but I
yeah,
ain't
I
gonna
think
put.
I used to want a Monte Carlo, but I think I want a Regal now, man.
Yeah,
I like the
80.
grill on a Regal. I think I'd be wanting a Regal now, man.
Man, I was trying to buy one, man, but they didn't want.
Like an '86 Regal or something like that. Not the Grand National, just a Regal. Not a Grand National, just a Regal.
I was trying to buy a Grand Prix for somebody. Old lady.
Yeah.
She did not want to. I was like, she not even knowing. Like, I'm not gonna put no rims, none of it.
That's why I
I'm
want to
leaving.
shop. That's why I want to build a shop, man. Like get a Regal, put a LS in there and stuff. Fuel
Uh,
injected.
I was leaving that junk exactly how I was.
I'm trying to get off the carburetor, man. Them carburetors tough, man.
Mm-mm. Listen,
They got the conversion kit where it's still the original engine. It's like it look like a carburetor, but it's like a fuel inject. It's all built into the carburetor. That's pretty
man,
sweet. Those are pretty sweet, and it's not
and
that
that,
much really to put it in there. I
like,
want to learn all that kind of stuff eventually, though.
like,
That's gonna be pretty cool.
uh, we'll talk offline about that, but
Yeah,
like, just having some, just having some in the garage or up on a carport, whatever. And where you can just like, you know what, I'm just going here day by day and just fix little certain parts.
yeah. Just give you something to do, man. Outside a
Yeah.
regular day. Yeah, for sure.
Cause ain't nobody trying to be just uh working 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day.
Depending on what you're doing, though. Like if you're
Yeah.
making that bag, like people don't realize when you start talking about making millions, you want to make millions. You probably gonna be working that long. It ain't no
No,
millionaire
you're
that
not
work
gonna
9 to 5. It's
you're
just
not
not
gonna
gonna happen.
you're not gonna be doing it like that.
Not gonna be doing what?
You're not gonna be doing it. You're not gonna be up that many hours like that.
The ones who making the money are they up that many hours?
Mm-mm,
Yes. Okay.
mm-mm,
Okay.
mm-mm.
Yes.
That's what we think.
You know why? You know why they up like that? Because they watching the money.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, okay.
They're
I
not
mean, even
watching.
on social media, you hear dudes talking about, man, if you want to make money, man, you ain't gonna get that much sleep. If you're trying to make the money, you ain't gonna
Yeah.
get that much sleep.
Those are ones that you still gonna be able to track it or whoop or whatever.
The ones who sleep, they probably invest. They got a lot. But they made the money first, and they lost a lot of sleep on the front end, and they got the money on the back end now. You know what I'm saying?
Like
But
put like
most,
when speaking on investing, like I invest in that Bitcoin stuff, and there's plenty of people that have both or whatever, because eventually it's gonna go to that in about 20, 20, 30 years. You know what I invest in?
I think you told me.
Check it out.
But I'm saying to people like, what's them dudes? Them dudes they be having like they can put 400 grand into an
Yeah,
investment account and
yeah,
not touch it
that's
for
real
like
money.
15 months. I'm saying them the kind of dudes that they probably don't have to work 8 hours. But most of the time, when you grinding up to that amount of money,
That's
you're not getting that much sleep. Like
Yeah,
even the dudes
that would
that
say
I,
that.
huh?
Excuse me. What I'm saying is like the ones that everything's already played out to their
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Like yeah,
Because think about this: if you, um, what do you think the max yards you could do and still be able to sleep and have like a regular schedule? And then
with-
what do you think like the
without
threshold is?
without like if no weather is involved.
Yeah. What do you
Uh,
think the max yards? Like 25, probably something like that.
no, I wouldn't know. In a day,
No, I'm saying just how many customers, like like if you had a book, all the customers
if
to
I
do their
had, oh
yards.
yeah, that book,
Yeah.
that's easy, about damn near 100. You damn near can do 100.
Talking about by yourself, but you gotta have a
No,
team.
you have when you have a team. I've seen it
Yeah,
firsthand.
for
When a
sure.
team,
Yeah, you can do
a
more with a
real, it's
team.
like a real. Now I'm talking about when I say a team. I'm not. I'm talking about the people that really know what they doing.
Yes,
You
yes.
believe them. They can. You know what? I can have 2 or 3 people managing this team.
Can you do that with
Different
our
teams.
community, or do you got to get the Hispanics? Can you do that with our community, or you got to get the?
Shit, you gonna have to get them Hispanics, man. Shit.
Cause our community, when lunchtime, hey man, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow, man.
Uh-uh. It
So you go to
shouldn't. It shouldn't take
McIntosh,
that.
get him one of them fat burgers from McIntosh. You don't want to do no more work, man.
It shouldn't.
Lunchtime.
It shouldn't take that long. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
But now
it
when you
should.
making them millions though, them dudes be cutting grass all day, sun up, sun down, bro. They might have knocked out 30 yards, you know what I'm
and
saying?
they- and
In a
and they
day.
don't need and it ain't no that what I'm saying like when you got a full team
Yeah, when
like
you got a
that,
team, like 4 or 5
when
people,
when I
yeah.
when I tell you I saw it firsthand.
I have.
What
I'm
when I
yes.
say I saw it firsthand, I'm
Yes.
talking about I was in Texas and I saw what they did firsthand.
Mm-hmm. And
I
they ain't got
couldn't.
nothing, but they got a lot of subdivisions down there. So
No,
those yards, you knocking them out about 15 minutes, they tops, and
listen,
they out to the next
it
yard.
it wasn't even the work part of it.
Yeah.
I saw what they did as a family, as a unit. I
Yeah.
said, man, I got back here, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Like, listen, I saw 4 families. I'm talking about 4 real families,
Yeah.
and in a 4-bedroom house, 4, maybe 5 bedroom,
Man,
maybe 4.
doing that. Our community definitely not doing
Yeah.
that.
When I saw
Too
that,
many hens. Too many hens in the kitchen. Yeah, too many hens in the kitchen. We can't
I
do
said, boy,
that.
I couldn't believe it. I said, man, 3 of them women, they cooking the meals,
Man.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
My wife used to work at Home Depot, bro, and one of the Hispanics had a birthday party and invited her to it. I think it was for a kid. And when I say they was cooking the whole time, bro,
Mm,
even when we was leaving, they was still cooking on the griddle, man. Like the
mm,
chicken and stuff. I was like, man.
man.
I mean, they was getting down. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, man. Where I live at, you can tell it's like this is one.
mm.
It's a couple families that live in that house. You know what I'm saying? Like the older men, they get together, they do the yard together, cut the grass, or they working up the pine needles and stuff. And when you just a single family unit, man, you know what I'm saying? And you're not making that kind of money where you could pay somebody, man, yeah, it's tough. It get
It,
tough,
it's
man.
it's just not it's not that just making it is you can't do it by yourself at the end of the day. You
You
can't
can't.
do nothing. You can't do
And
nothing.
that's what I'm trying to tell these kids. Every time they want to run a business, I don't think they really understand what they're saying. Like, you want to be a sole proprietorship, or you trying to have a business where you're paying people, and think about, like, you need to think about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
A lot of times they think about just doing it by themselves, but
You
even
can't.
doing it by yourself, you're gonna do so much by yourself. You know
You
what I'm saying?
can't.
Yeah, especially like cutting grass. Believe me, I know. I be cutting the grass at the church, and boy, as you get older, man. Every year I get older, you be like, woo, boy, man. But it's a dude that just started coming there, man. He be helping me, man. That helped out a lot. But yeah, cutting them yards, man. Because the weed eater would kill me because I'm so tall, and weed eaters are not made for tall people.
Boy, that's the easiest thing. Man.
But see, I'm not that tall trying to ride like edge and stuff because the gravity in my back in that weed eater, I feel it in my back because I have to stoop down because I'm that tall. I have to stoop down for the head. I need to get like a longer weed eater.
Man, you got that straight shell?
Yeah, but they ain't long enough. That's what I'm trying to tell you because I'm tall. I'm 6'5".
Listen, you got that straight shell.
But I got the Irwin on my mind though. You know, I got the Irwin on
You got
mine.
you got the straight shaft with the strap.
No, I got the Irwin on now. The little handle you put on there.
No, get that straight.
Yes. No,
Man,
the
listen,
Irwin arm go hard.
man,
The Irwin arm better, man.
listen, that straight shaft with the strap. Listen, that mug reach down.
What you talk?
Wait,
Which one you got? The Echo or the Shindawa?
I got steel.
You got Steel? Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty long too.
that
Like I say,
steel,
man,
that steel. Husqvarna, they
I used to have a
are.
Husker Button. Somebody stole it, man. I was getting some gas.
I don't
I,
know.
let me tell you how fast they stole it. I was in my truck. I walked in, gave dude $10, and came out, and they stole it. That's how fast
Yeah,
they stole it.
yeah. That
You know what gas station I was at? The one I shouldn't have never went. I went there one time. I never go there again. The
steel.
one that was on Baseline at God Springs, across from the bank. Across from the bank. Ah! Man, they got man. I didn't even know they stole till I got. I said, "Wait a minute, where's my
Damn.
Husqvarna? Where's my weed eater at? I know I got it. Oh man, they got me for it,
I know
man.
you lying. Hey, I know you lying. Just
Yeah.
that damn quick.
But yeah, man, even in like with tech or anything, you can't do it by yourself. You
Yeah,
gotta have a team,
yeah.
man. You a boy.
Gotta have a team.
You gotta have a team, man.
And it's you got to have a team. I don't care
Like you
how.
can't get to 10, 20 million, 30 million without a team. Maybe by yourself you can get to 1 million, but it's gonna be a lot of work. But man, if you get a team though, you can get that though. A lot of people just don't be wanting to pay people, man. I think we deal with that in the
No,
community too. They be shysty sometimes.
no, and that's the
And that's
biggest
why they
thing. Like
never
you
get
got,
ahead.
yeah, you gotta listen. You gotta pay people.
Yeah, you
Like
gotta pay people 100%.
like when me and my son do yours,
Yeah.
I know what I could do. I know it, and I know what he can do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, just us two, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's
100%.
not. It
How
can
many
work,
people you
but
think you need? How many people you think you need?
shit, at least six.
At least 6?
At least six, because I turn down jobs because I don't got enough people.
You ain't got enough people, yeah.
I
Yeah.
turn down jobs, but I know what. Like I
And
know.
even to do it by yourself, people don't realize to do at
Shit.
that volume, you gotta have a system that's so ironclad. I mean, you gotta have the truck, the trailer,
Yeah.
and the lawnmowers. Everything set up to all you gotta do is hop in the truck and go. And if you don't have that, you can't do, man. You ain't gonna. It's hard, man. Believe me, I'm just saying from
Look,
my experience when I did it.
it-
If you don't have a trailer, like the trailer that got the weed eat on the side where you can lock
Sure.
it and stuff like
Sure.
that, and the 2 lawnmowers in the trailer with the enclosure on it or something with the little grates or something, like, man,
and they not even knowing. Well, I work a whole full-time job.
for real,
I work a whole full-time job.
for real.
Like I'm just not just cutting grass, man. I'm answering
Yeah,
emails and some more stuff
yeah.
all
But when
day.
I seen dudes making money off speaking, I was like, wait a minute. You mean
Yeah.
tell me this dude making X off of speaking engagements, man? That's crazy, man. I was like, He said, and they be
But
making paper, huh?
we gotta talk about this offline.
Yeah, we finna get offline now. But yeah, guys, we finna get ready to get out this thing, man.
Time let's rewind until the 8th grade or till the
What you gotta say before we get up out this thing?
first rated.
Might try to downplay it, but might smarter than what y'all know, and he's gonna be doing a little bit more extra.
Man, I gotta go around. I got to make time to go around and talk to these kids. I gotta do that. I gotta start doing that. Now I'm about to get done with school, man.
Nah,
So,
just say you will.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
it-
I said I will. You're right. You said I will.
we're gonna be doing it in spring, in the spring. So y'all gonna get ready.
I might do a winter break. I need to ask what about let's talk about it offline. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. Yeah.
Tell her to holler at Ernie for me.
Yeah. Oh, man, no, we doing
All right, guys, we checking out this thing, man.